What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the 2006 Porsche Cayenne S with 4.5 liter V8. It's an amazing car, guys and girls. You know, one thing for sure, any Porsche is amazing. Back in the day, I remember these cars when they came out and everybody was like, man, what's Porsche doing? Bringing an SUV into the marketplace. Well, all these years later, well over 10 years later, the SUVs with luxury and performance brands, they're hitting the market, and they're hitting the market hard. Let's talk about it today, and let's also highlight this amazing vehicle from 2006. So we're sitting inside the Porsche Cayenne. You know, this has been one of those vehicles that kind of took people by storm. You know, people didn't really realize back in the early 2000s that Porsche was going to come out with an SUV. Let's go ahead and roll our windows up, make it a little quieter inside the cabin. Isn't that what luxury is all about? So 2003 was the first year that Porsche put this vehicle in the market of United States of America. 2002 was the first year this vehicle was even brought out into the world. In 03 it hit, and it hit hard. And I remember, folks, because I worked in the car business back in 03 at the Acura Audi dealership, and I do remember people and myself being like, that's odd, Porsche making an SUV. But now, over 13 years later, because this one's a 2006, let me tell you, folks, SUVs or crossover sized vehicles in the luxury market are super popular. And 70% of the vehicles on the road here in America are crossovers and SUVs. So it's only understandable that the new cars of Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Jaguar, all kinds, BMW, we know it, folks, they offer SUVs and crossovers to anyone that wants to buy one. Let's just keep it. Porsche finally realized that, hey, not everybody wants a sports car. But hold on, time out. No, not true. Everybody probably would like to have a sports car, but they realize that Porsche drivers, they might want something they can put their wife in. They might want something with more room and still be able to keep the money of the umbrella there under Porsche. Just saying, hey, why not? So we're going to take a look at this car today and see how the condition of it has held up over the past 13 years. You know, fine craftsmanship with Porsche, right? The same with Audi and all the vehicles under the umbrella there. Volkswagen, Bentley, Lamborghini, Bugatti, many more. They're all part of the Porsche family, or maybe they call it the Volkswagen family. But one thing that I always noticed while working as a salesperson at my local Audi dealership here in Charleston was, yes, the craftsmanship, the way they were built was really the best. I mean, seriously, guys and girls, go look at a Porsche today, an Audi, or any of those brands. Yes, they're expensive vehicles, the maintenance is more, the cost of ownership is more, but the craftsmanship of the vehicle, oh my, it's just so nice. Anyways, we're going to show you that today on this car. I found it at a used car dealership here in North Charleston, and I want to see, you know, I mean, you wouldn't think you'd find something like this sitting at an old used car dealership in North Charleston, but sometimes you do. And we're going to find a buyer for it as well. All right, everybody, so here it is. Let's go ahead and start taking a look at the exterior of this car, see how well it's doing. Again, folks, as I always tell you, the vehicles you see on the channel are for sale, so you're always welcome to purchase a car that you've seen, highlighted here on my YouTube channel. So if we see any dents, dings, scratches, imperfections of any kind, we'll point them out to you. Front end's looking pretty good today. One thing, we got the headlights on, as you can see right there, if you can see that. We also have the fogs on, and the fog lights are right down there on the very bottom of the bumper, which, hey, that's where fog lights are at on most vehicles, right? But one thing that's kind of interesting to me is that Porsche, at least back in '06, they kept the front of the car really round, kind of pointy at the front. And they also kept that fog light kind of going flush with the way they had designed it. It didn't really kind of flatten out down here with a big round light or something like that. So I find that to be kind of interesting. You got these big openings here to let air just flux and move right on in and flow so nicely inside of this car. And then one thing for sure, this emblem still in great shape 13 years later. I mean, folks, this is a Southern vehicle, originally sold back and brand new back in 2006, right here in the South. So with the heat and the crazy weather we have, this emblem is held up fantastically. So for the headlights, you do have a nice looking projector there. I'm assuming they probably are HID xenons. And then right down here, I bet that kind of pops up and sprays water on it. So anyways, looking good. The front of the car is in great shape, the body's in good shape, and the paint still seems to be the actual factory paint that it had when it was new. And it looks good. There is a few scratches, there is a few little rock chips, things like that here or there, but the overall body on the car is in really good condition. Let's take a look at our wheels. We definitely could use a new set of tires on here at some point in the near future. I mean, they are really low down on the tread, but you got tires, they're Continentals, extreme contact tires. Let's see what size rims we got on this car. I'm assuming they are an 18, but let's see if we can find it. There we go, 275/45 ZR19. So a 19-inch rim. And then, my God, the brake calipers are massive in size. I mean, you got 4-piston going on under there. So they got the logo Porsche. They got the silver. I'm liking that. And it's a good-looking wheel, kind of classy looking. We definitely could have cleaned her up a little bit today, but that's okay. We are really showing y'all this car just the way it is right now on the car lot. The back tires definitely got more tread than the front tires. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. This is a all-wheel drive version of this vehicle. V8, 4.5 liter under the hood, all naturally aspirated. Got 19s in the back. You got a 275 in the back, so you got a wider tire in the back, 245 up front. Okay, so there's that, and you're still getting those big brakes even in the rear. We definitely got a little rust going on this area here, but not too big of a deal. That's not going to hurt us, but whoever buys this vehicle, if I bought it, I would baby this thing, jack it up, take the rims off, sand all that down, respray it with a nice coat of silver, and rock and roll, man. Anyways, let's keep looking at the car. Got the quad exhaust in the back, basically meaning 4 quad, and quattro all-wheel drive going on here with the Audi brand, right? But anyways, you got 2 exhaust tips right there, and then another 2 over there. So anyways, looks good, probably sounds great as well. I've always liked how the rear end of this car looks. It just has a nice look about it, doesn't it? It really does, man. I mean, it's got those hips and those curves going on. I mean, look at that nice swoop right there. I mean, the body is nice and sleek and sexy. It's a beautiful car, it really is. Not everybody's a fan of it, I get that. There's some people that might think this is not, the most beautiful car in the world, but I like it, and I like it because it's different, It really is. And black is definitely the way to go, folks. I mean, if you want something sleek, kind of undercover, that's it right there in black. Got the dark gunmetal wheels, tinted windows. Oh yeah, it's nice. Anyways, guys, let's take a look at the inside of here and see how the trunk is for cargo space. Well, I hit the button and it's not opening. Give me just one moment, we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we just basically had to hit the unlock button. Let's see if we got a power tailgate back here. Okay, so we don't have that. It's manual. All right. I mean, power tailgates are definitely popular nowadays, and they definitely were popular even back in 2006 if you could get one, but this car did not have one, or at least this particular one didn't. And the shocks, or however that works on this car, have definitely gotten worn out because that does not want to stay open, okay? And it's not like, you're gonna have shocks right here connecting down to there. Something on the inside there is controlling that, and that's a little more above my brain capacity to know what in the world is going on with that, but it needs some fixing, because anybody buying a car like this, they're going to want this to stay open when they're taking their groceries or luggage in and out of this vehicle. Definitely does got a lot of room, right? There's no third row seat back here, at least not on this 2006 version, and I would hope they wouldn't put a third row seat back there, because it's just not enough room. I think some car brands, they want to put third rows and everything, like Volkswagen added a third row in their 2018 Tiguan, and I'm like, man, it's just not enough space. Third rows, you're just gonna need to bump up to the Atlas or the Touareg. Anyways, let's check out under here. There's your spare, looking pretty cool, right? Yeah. Got your cover right there. A little storage in there. It's not really probably meant for storage, but it's there. You got an outlet here. Let's take a look. Well, we'll just leave that alone. Back seats do fold down for a 40-60 back seat split. I'm not seeing the first aid kit in the rear, and I know Porsche probably was adding first aid kits on their vehicles back in the day, because Audi had them as well. But there you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats for a moment and see what's going on all in the back of this car here. Now, here's your door panel. I will tell you, you know, this is actually kind of a small back door. I mean, it's not really big. Look at it. I mean, that's a really pretty tight spot right here. Okay, it's not a super long wheelbase vehicle, and so it's going to be tight in the back. I'm 6'1", so we're going to test it out here shortly, but I'm loving the color combination with the black and the gray, looking pretty good. I mean, I'd say the back seats have held up really nicely here. There's no major rips in them. I mean, we do got a few little, you know, stains and a few little things here and there on the seats, and definitely got some little crackage going on there, but nothing major. I mean, this is really good to be 13 years old. Okay, it looks like this has popped off at some point, and if you ever wondered what it looked like inside of a back seat, well, there you have it. Okay, and I'm sure the dealership will be getting this fixed probably soon, but yeah, I've seen that happen on vehicles before. Now, I don't know if somebody was working on it trying to fix the heated seat or whatever, but it's off at this particular moment. We do have the vents in the back to keep everybody cool. That's a must. A little storage there, 12-volt outlet down there. Let's take a look at our armrest. Okay, got a full-size armrest going on here. It opens up. There you go. Where are the cup holders, right? Well, your cup holders are going to be located right there. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and sit inside real quick. I like how the floors are in gray, and then you got your black carpets looking pretty good. Front seats in position if I were going to drive it today. And I'm 6'1". Pretty decent leg room in the back of this car. Not bad. And let's take a look at headroom. Pretty good. Okay. Close the door. Got a nice big spot to rest your arm at right there. Got another air vent here. Air vents there. Oh crap handles here. Lights. Spot for your jackets. So not too bad. I mean, it is a little tight in the back though. I will say that much. But it's definitely something we could deal with. All right, moving right along to the front of this car. There's your front door panel. You got one-touch settings on all four windows in here. Basically a click drops it down, click drops it up, or brings it up. Okay, very nice. It's definitely something you're going to get on most luxury cars. You also got heated mirrors. Bose stereo. You got component sets, basically highs and mids in every door panel right here, over there, and on the back door panels. You got the Cayenne S with titanium. So we got a titanium package on here is what I'm assuming. Got power seats. There's all your controls. And, you know, that seat sits up and is built up pretty high from the floorboard there. Driver seat's in good shape. Okay, still getting a little bit of discolored things going on. Look like some tape was there or something going on with that. There's your armrest. Cup holders, kind of small cup holders, by the way. I mean, it's perfect for a coffee cup, but you go into McDonald's and get you a supersized cup, that's not going to get the job done. Let's sit inside the car real quick so we can get that noise to quit beeping. All right, everybody, so here's our steering wheel. Looking pretty good. I'm loving this black. Actually, the leather on it's in really good shape. Still got a nice shine about it on there, too, which is really nice to see. I love the gold and the dark burgundy and black on the Porsche logo. You do have controls here, looks like for radio controls there, tune and scan and volume. And then looks like you're going to have mute over here for possibly a phone system and stuff like that. The dash has kind of a unique look about it. It's. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. Let's go ahead and zoom in if we can see it. You know, cars nowadays, they wrap leather or vinyl or some sort that looks like leather on top of their dashes, and they'll stitch it in so you can see the stitching and all, and it gives it a really classy look, right? But Porsche here, and I don't know if this is really leather or not, but it has kind of like it's got those little wrinkles in it. Kind of looks like the skin of an elephant, if that makes any sense, which is really kind of cool looking. It really is. And it just, I don't know, it's just something different. That's all. It's not a big thing, but it is something to point out. Here's your gauges. You got all these different sections here that looks really sporty in there. I mean, you got RPM over there, oil, speed right there, you know, or actually speed right over here, and then battery, gas, temperature, all that stuff right in those areas. And let's look at a few other things on the car as we're in here taking a peek at all this stuff. You got your lighting controls there. One thing you do, folks, you got those fog lights on the bottom. If you turn this and then pull it out, that turns your fog lights on. You actually got two sets of fog lights. I bet you didn't know that. You got one set of fog lights in the front of the vehicle, and then when you pull it up again, it actually cuts on some lights on the tail lights back there for fog and weather conditions and stuff like that. Anyways, I usually wouldn't know about that, but working at Audi, they have similar features, and the manager back then taught me that, you know, if you're over, you know, in the fog or something, it's an extra light on that tail light that lights up, so people can see your vehicle, you know, going through the fog or whatnot. So anyways, I think it's a great little extra to have on your car for safety. This right here, nice big flat section. You got your screen, still in great shape. Just look at it. I mean, it's still working. I don't think it's touchscreen. No, it's not. But the buttons in here are all in great shape. They're not all worn out or anything like that. And that's something you see on a lot of vehicles that start getting over 10 years old, is all these buttons and stuff get worn out. Whoever owned this car, again, probably didn't touch this stuff all that often, or Porsche just did a really good job with their craftsmanship on making it where it doesn't fade out or wear off over time. You do have heated seats up front, no cooled seats at all, air vents, another speaker. I believe you press that in, yep, and that drops your glove box down. And passenger seats in pretty good shape. I brought my big gulp drink in here, and I was actually surprised to see that it actually fits in here. Look at that. Okay, so earlier I was saying, hey, I don't think you'd be able to get a big cup in here because those are really kind of small, but cups do. I mean, look at it. It actually sits in there perfectly. I mean, that's pretty cool. Anyways, you got different modes here for driving. I mean, it's got a little picture of the mountains and road. And anyways, you got all-wheel drive on the car for sure. Here's your shifting area. And then climate controls down here in silver. You got fan speed to the left, temperature to the right. That opens up kind of or slides down. You got vent controls, you know, change where the air is blowing at. So that's kind of cool. You have, it's not wanting to work, but I believe right in there is a 12-volt outlet and a little ashtray. And I don't know about this here. I mean, it's different looking. You know, a lot of cars don't have this thing here, but I guess if you were driving kind of crazy in the car, right, and really hauling ass around corners and all that, you got your oh shit handles like most cars have up top, but then you got an oh shit handle for the left hand right here to really hold on. So over in Germany, you're going to have these cars in right-hand drive, but I guess that's what that is. It's a handle to hold the hell onto when going around corners in this V8 with 380 horsepower, I believe, or 340, right around there. It's pretty amazing out of a vehicle that's weighing in around 4,900 pounds. The center armrest, good shape. I mean, look at it. Really pretty good. Let's see if we can open it up. Well, it doesn't seem to want to do that, does it? Not when we got this huge cup here, but you can close that. I mean, but nothing's cracked. Everything's in really good shape. I mean, there is some plastic inside the car. Actually a pretty decent amount of plastic. These door panels are like a hard plastic but I mean, they're going to have plastic in cars no matter what. Okay, I mean, not every car is going to not have so much plastic, but a lot of plastic up in here, and you can really hear it. With that there, but let's see if we can open that up. It doesn't seem to want to. Okay, there we go. So you got a button here to press to do that. Okay, a little storage down in there, not a whole lot though. And then there's a button right here, and I think that, there we go, that opens up that, so you can store more stuff in there. There is no sliding forward of the kinds. No, there's no sliding at all, so that's just what you have. So up top here, you got your sunroof. This little dial here is basically how Audi and Volkswagen have their dials, so that's a good indication that all these companies are built, you know, engineers and stuff do a lot of the same vehicles. Sunglass holders there. I don't know what kind of sunglasses you plan on getting in there. I mean, maybe some reading glasses, but I mean, will a pair of Ray-Bans like I have here fit in there? That's a good question, right? Let's see. Well, gosh, they actually do. So anyways, maybe not, I don't know, maybe those big glasses that the ladies wear, or a pair of Oakleys, they might not fit, I don't know, but that just surprised the heck out of me. All right guys, let's see how this car drives again, pushing over 300 horsepower out of a V8. Before we do, let's pop a look up under the hood. So a little fun fact that I just got done reading on Wikipedia online. The 4.5 V8 is actually the first V8 Porsche ever put into a vehicle back in 1995 with the Porsche 928. So this is the same V8 engine from all the way back in 95. So one thing good about that is, hey, this is an 06, that was 95. I mean, that was a lot of years that Porsche had time to test and really make sure this is going to be a good, reliable engine. And I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways, very pretty under here, very clean. I mean, check it out. What a absolutely gorgeous motor. If a motor could be gorgeous, I mean, I'm loving the silver. And then this right here, I mean, just look at it. Oh, I mean, man, it's just beautiful, right? Again, I'm not a motorhead, really. I mean, I don't know tons of information about engines. I learn what I can by reviewing and reading what y'all have to say online and watching videos. But, man, that is a gorgeous engine. I'm sure you can agree. I love how it just sits down in there like that. Got a little bit of plastic to keep it clean, but a very clean motor bay under here. This hood hardly weighs anything. It's very lightweight. The shock's still in great shape. If my brain is reading right from back in the day when working at Audi, they on like the Audi Q7s and a lot of the vehicles, they use aircraft grade aluminum, which is lightweight and super strong. So I'm only assuming that's the same type of material on the hood of the vehicle we're looking at here today. Anyways, AC, you're gonna be running an R134A. So anyways, good looking car, very clean engine, seems to sound pretty good. Let's take it out on the street and see what she can do. All right, everybody, I hope you're enjoying the review today. And, you know, I always will tell you the vehicle is for sale, so if you're interested in possibly buying this car, I'm going to put the price up very shortly on the video. All right, everybody. So far, feeling good. Power steering feels great. Nice big mirrors on the outside. You know, one thing I'm kind of looking at to see how blind spots are. I mean, your windows are really pretty good. Let's see how this engine drives. Again, pushing over 300 horsepower. Let's roll our window down. It is quiet, but let's roll the window down for a moment. See if we can hear this motor. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it feels great. I mean, really nice, smooth acceleration. I can't really hit it too hard. We're in an area where there's a park up here, and there could be kids out playing, stuff like that. Of course, I'd love to take some of these cars up and out on the interstates, but you know, it's not my dealership, and I'm just not doing that. And, you know, unless the owner says, hey, take it out on the road, really give it a good run for the money and see what it's like. But driving wise, feels nice and smooth. It's a pretty good height up off the ground. I mean, hey, it's a Porsche, guys. You know what it is. You know what it's all about. And I think anybody would be satisfied with owning a car like this. You know, this vehicle back in 06 had a price range from $40,000, probably a little bit more if you went and bought it brand new, but 40 grand to over 128,000 if you bought the one with the turbo engine over 500 horsepower. So, I mean, you got a really nice kind of spread there with pricing that really kind of opened it up where, you know, a lot of people could get one of these and not really have to splurge too much. I mean, nowadays in 2019, a Ford Explorer, you're looking at 50 grand, okay? I mean, Volkswagen Atlas, 38 for just the 2.0 liter turbo version of it on the S model with the Atlas, and then an Atlas 4Motion SEL Premium, you're looking at possibly, you know, $50,000+. So to get a Porsche like this back in the 06, and you could spend, let's just say, $45,000, that's really pretty good. Of course, the money and all has changed, and 45 grand still is a lot of money for sure. But to get a Porsche SUV for the family and not having to be over 60 grand, pretty good price point right there. All right, let's run the car back down to the store, drop it off. And again, guys, if you're interested in the car, let me know. The price is on the window right now. Take a look, there's the price. And this, again, has how many miles on it? 157,831. So just shy of 160,000 miles on an 06. You know, is this going to be a great vehicle for many more years? Absolutely. I have seen my fair share of these. I haven't filmed all of them, but I've seen some of these sitting in the back of car dealership parking lots, absolutely busted up, ragged out, tore up, dirty, not taken care of. Believe me, folks, the man that owns this dealership here takes a lot of pride in the inventory he has. His name goes on the car when it goes on the street. The cars, he makes sure they're okay, they're maintenanced. They do a lot of maintenance. Just a few days ago, guys, I'm out here filming some cars, and there's a truck on the parking lot out there that's got like 5 leather seats from cars out here in it. I walk up to the fella, I said, man, what are y'all doing with those seats right now? He said, we're taking them to the upholstery shop. I was like, really? I mean, they go over and extra and beyond with the inventory to make sure that it's going to be in good shape. So anyways, if the seats got rips and tears in them, they're trying their best to get them fixed. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy life. Like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel. I hope you really thought this was a cool one today on the video channel. We'll see you soon.